Hello everybody, this is your storyteller Anjali, and in today's video I'll talk about how I got this fluency within 1 month. Quite surprising, but there's nothing to get surprised. Why? Because back then I had been practicing speaking English more than 5 to 6 months. That was the reason. So I was speaking in English back then, but I wasn't fluent. I wasn't getting that kind of fluency. That means fluency to me, and I got to know that there is need to just do something that is going to make me to fluent in English. As I told you in my previous video, that in order to measure your fluency you need to create a video of yours. I did the same thing. I created my video, and after creating that video I started watching it, and I got to know that there is need to do a lot more practice, and along with practice there is need to consume a lot more English content in order to get fluency, in order to improve my English. So that was the simplest thing that I did at that time. After creating my video, I got to know that. In this video, I'm going to tell you how I got the fluency within 1 month. So it was a very simple procedure. It was a very simple way that I got the subscription of Hotstar. I was very happy getting the subscription of Hotstar. My brother told me, Anjali, we have a subscription of Hotstar. You just start watching a lot more, start consuming a lot more English content. I was very happy. And instead of watching a movie, I switched to watch a series. Why? Because the first thing that I understand, when I was watching a movie, I don't feel like watching the same movie again. For example, you're watching a movie, and after completing that movie, do you feel like watching the same movie again instantly? No, we don't feel like. And we will feel like, okay, just watch this movie, and after some time we will get time, we will watch that movie again. But instantly, we don't feel like watching it. And what I used to do, I started watching a series. I found one series very interesting, and I started watching that series. What happens when we watch a series? It contains 16 episodes. Yeah, I was watching that series. It contained 16 episodes. So each and every day, I used to watch 2 episodes. And when you're watching a series, you pay a lot more attention of yours towards watching it. Why? Because your mind knows that if I'm not going to understand this episode well, how am I going to understand upcoming episodes? It is going to be so difficult for me to understand the purpose of this series. It is going to be very difficult for me to understand the story. So you start paying so much attention towards watching that series, and in order to understand rest of the episodes that is left to watch. And what I used to do when I sit, and still I do, when I sit for watching episode, I always take a pen and paper. Whatever sentence I like, I love it, I write it down. After writing it down, I just pause. I'm not telling that you need to write each and every sentences. No, whatever sentence you love it, whatever sentence you like, and you feel like I'm going to use this specific sentence in my day-to-day life. And what happens whenever you're watching a series or a movie, whatever sentence you'll take from there, you understand it, that in this area, in this situation, I'm going to use it, because that is using in that situation. So you would get great clarity that in this kind of situation, I'm going to use it. And whenever you write it down, make a 3-time revision. First one, after watching it, just revise it. And second, before sleeping. And the third time, before watching the another episode. It is going to give you a lot more clarity. And the more we practice the same sentence again and again, after some time we will start finding no more difficulties to express. What happened? What I used to do after completing that series, after watching all those episodes, I watched them twice. Literally, I watched the same series, same episode twice, and some of those episodes thrice. I love that series. And whatever happens with us, whenever we are watching something, we don't get at one go, we don't get that much clarity. Maybe we understand 50-50%. But when you watch the same thing again, you start getting little more clarity. You start getting, right now, okay, that was the story. At one go, I didn't understand it. And after watching the same series again, you get the great clarity that that was the thing that was happening and I was missing out. Literally, this thing gonna happen with you all. And just try to repeat it. Here, consumption happens when you are consuming something. Always pay attention to consume that specific content repetitively in order to make a great understanding, in order to understand it well, in order to improve your English. So these are the things that plays an important role. After finishing one episode or two episode, what you need to do, you need to start mimicking. You need to start pretending like some character. Yeah, because this thing usually happens whenever we watch something in our mother tongue. Some of the character we love a lot and we feel like let's make a mimicry, let pretend ourselves like that person, and we start acting like that, we start expressing dialogues like that. So the same thing that you need to do after watching a series, whatever character you like a lot, just start becoming and start playing a role of that character. Start telling all those dialogues and start giving those kinds of expression while telling dialogues. That would definitely help you. It is going to be a little funny and it is going to be little enjoyable for you to do it, because when it comes to fun we start enjoying doing something that is not in our favor. Yeah, right now if you are going to just speak all those things as it is not going to be that much fun and you feel like learning is going to be so much headache for me. But once you started learning everything as a fun, that will start giving you so many things, that will start making you to start enjoying your learning. So that was the thing. I started mimicking. I started telling that this character I love a lot and here I'm going to act like that actor. So that was the same thing. And after doing this, just revise it again and again. Because, or the most important thing, what we usually do after doing 1 day practice or 2 day practice, we started measuring our fluency. We started thinking we are not getting fluency, nothing gonna happen within 1 or 2 days. Fluency comes with practice, and here is a need to do practice for 1 month. You need to surround yourself with English in order to get fluency, in order to get fluent in English. And I decided it at that time that 1 whole month I'm going to dedicate towards consuming a lot more English content. I'm going to surround myself around English. And that was the simplest decision that I have taken, and that totally changed my fluency. That totally changed the way I speak. And the same thing you need to do. Maybe right now, if you're a student, you're giving exams, you don't have that much time. Just complete your exam, and after completing your exam, just start paying a lot more attention towards in that area, towards feeling like, okay, 1 whole month I'm going to surround myself in English. And what happens when you start consuming that much English content, literally miracle is going to happen. Because I have experienced so many times. And if you want to experience this, whatever I'm telling in this video, you should start implementing all these things in your day-to-day life, and you start watching a lot more English content. Usually what happens whenever I'm having a conversation along with my siblings, my cousin, I came up with some fancy words, I came up with fancy sentences that amazed them, and me too. I also got amazed that did I speak this? And they were like, Anjali, did you speak this? And it was like, literally, if you think that this miracle is going to happen with you, don't find any kind of difficulties. Just start consuming a lot more English content, start practicing. That is the onlyest thing. And here, along with practice, you need to, whatever you are watching, and while watching whatever you have written, try to revise all those things again and again in order to get fluency, in order to get improvement. Once fluency comes with practice. Repetitively you're going to watch the same episode again and again. You will start making the good command, you will start understanding that well, and once you start understanding that, you start getting so many thoughts in your mind in English. And I've seen this result. Literally, I have seen this result. 1 month ago, I created one video of mine, and after 1 month, I created the another video of mine. I can clearly see the differences without finding any kind of difficulties. I can see that this was my previous video and this is my current video. And both, you can just see clear results. And in order to, if you don't want to see it, if you feel like, okay, I'm always going to appreciate myself. No, what you need to do, after watching that video, I showed that the same video to my brother. I showed that just see the difference in these two videos. My brother, he was like, it's a clear difference. In this video, you are fluent in English. The way you are expressing your thoughts, it's amazed me. And you are just expressing with your heart without finding any kind of difficulties. Make your brother, make your sibling to see the video, and they would definitely appreciate you. They would tell you that in this video you improved your English, in this that kind of result, you wouldn't stop yourself practicing in English. So this is it. That was the simplest way how I improved my English. For 1 month, whole month I dedicated towards learning English, towards improving my English, towards getting fluency. Every day I used to consume lot more English content, and after consuming lot more English content, I used to mimic. Yeah, I used to express dialogues in my own way. I written them down, and I express with my own tone, with my own thoughts, having expression on my face. These were the things that helped me a lot to improve my English. These were the things. After doing all these things today, the way I'm expressing, the way I'm talking to you all, the way I'm creating this video, it was all happened because I surrounded myself with English. And the same thing you need to do in order to get fluency. You need to surround yourself. Nowadays we have phone. We can just whenever we get free time, we start consuming English content. That is going to be an easiest way to improve this language. So in order to improve your English, you should pay some attention towards it. Just start consuming a lot more English content and start practicing it. Start writing it down and start using those sentences in your day-to-day life, and start understanding them, in what kind of situation you are going to use them. So this is it for today. I hope you have learned something from this video. I hope you got the idea, whatever I was trying to tell you. Definitely, I will assure you, if you start implementing all these things in your day-to-day life, if you repetitively start explaining, start practicing sentences, whatever you have written down, start expressing in your day-to-day life, English would become very easier for you to speak. So thank you so much for looking into this video. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, please give it a thumbs up and share this video for those who are finding so much difficulties. You never know whose life you would change by sharing this video. Maybe they'll get the fluency. Maybe they'll start implementing all these things in their day-to-day life. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. Just subscribe to my channel for such videos, and I'll see you soon in the next video. Bye. Radhe Radhe to you all.